Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to the start of a brand new Let's Play for Sid Meier's Civilization 7. We are playing on Deity-difficulty today. Standard speed, standard size, continents plus map. We are on the release version of the game. I think they call it patch 2, 1.0.1, then patch 2. Which is kind of a weird versioning number. I don't know what's going on with that. And we are playing today as Tecumseh, which is probably not how it's pronounced because I don't pronounce anything correctly, but there you have it. We're playing as Tecumseh of the Mississippian Empire, which I picked because, of course, it is historically recommended over here. Our civilization leaders' abilities are +1 food and production per age in settlements for each city-state you're suzerain of. So we would very much like to go and A, find lots of city-states, and B, flip them to our side, which might mean not spending as much influence on regular diplomatic actions. We'll see how that shakes out. We also get +1 combat strength for all units for every city-state you're suzerain of. Any point of combat strength you can get makes a huge difference, especially on Deity, because we're going to be dealing with our enemies having +8 combat strength, and that is going to be quite the difficult thing to overcome. This, unfortunately, is going to take a little while to kick in, but hopefully we can take advantage of a few points. In terms of our civilization, we get goose societies. All buildings receive +1 food adjacency for resources, and we do get a production boost towards our particular wonder here, the Monk's Mound in this case. We have a unique unit, the Burning Arrow, and the unique merchant, who gains 25 gold per resource acquired when creating a trade route. That's actually quite nice. And the unique building is just an improvement, a unique improvement, the Pot Cop, which is +1 gold, +1 food for each adjacent resource. For the mementos, I took Groma because I really like it, the +1 expansion point, and we're going to go ahead with Imango Mundi. I was tempted to take the one, which I can't remember the name of right now. It's named for like 2 swords. It gives you +2 combat strength if you're adjacent to more than 1 unit, which is very potent. But I wanted to get the extra size range to make it more likely that we can find these city-states or these independent villages as early as possible. We've got the expansionist point from our Groma memento. The production towards training settlers is nice. A big thing really is this +10% growth rate in cities. I think that's quite good to get early. Yeah. So we'll do that. I got tempted to get the military one. I really like being able to put a point into the +5 versus independent people right away, because they do tend to be an issue early on. On the other hand, if we're just going to try to convert as many as possible, we might be less likely to fight them. I'm going to go ahead and settle in place. We have our capital of Cahokia. I am going to start with a scout, especially with Imago Mundi. In fact, I'll probably build a pair of scouts, which holds the potential for a lot of rewards. But again, on Deity, we might find ourselves a little bit in trouble by virtue of the fact that we might be suffering on military units. With that in mind, okay, we don't need sailing as a start this time. We can probably delay that. It's also this is like quite unusual, but I had assumed sailing was a prereq for writing. The UI for these paths is not terribly clear. No, I think it's just pottery into writing. I don't think sailing actually goes and diverts over here, which is a little bit odd. So we could go pottery into writing immediately, which is really good, but I am wondering about animal husbandry, just by virtue of unlocking our unique unit as early as possible, because it is going to give us some extra muscles, which is nice. On the other hand, I don't really need the saw pit or anything early. I mean, I don't really need the brickyard either, but an early library is kind of amazing. I think I'll animal husbandry first, and then probably pottery writing. I think I'm going to want one of our archers as early as possible. So I'm going to go for a second scout. And this scout, let's pick a direction. Let's go here. Do I want to use my sight ability right away? Yeah, especially with Imago Mundi, we're going to get so much more vision out of it. There you go. And we can just make a beeline for... Is that the only goodie hut we spotted? Seriously? I'm a little disappointed. All right. Grow City. So normally I do prioritize the food as early as possible. I really like to see our cities grow. I have to admit that's not a bad tile, because while it's not adding any food whatsoever, it's got, decent production and then gives us the wool for even more production. I think maybe we'll appreciate the hammer. So that should have gotten slotted in immediately for us. Good. And yeah, we went from 5 production to 9 production, nearly doubling our production speed. And that is worth a lot. All right, well, you head over that way as quickly as you can, please. And we'll get our other scoot and probably head east. Oh, there's a goodie hut over there. Still, I think that's going to be fine. I mean, we obviously can't send this one scout to both. Oh, and there... Okay, hold on. There were tons down in that area that I missed. That might have been the better place to go. All right, the scout is done. We could get a granary. Since we don't have a navigable river and no coast, we're obviously not doing fishing boats, so farms will be a good source of food. And in particular here, it is already getting +1 foods and pasture. And you're going to say, well, why is it the total of +4? Well, remember, we have a trait where we get extra food adjacent to resources, right? We look over here and over here, right there. +1 food and production per age in settlements for, oh, sorry, not that one. Goose Society. All buildings get +1 food adjacency for resources. So it doesn't matter what building we build here, we will get the 2 extra food. But I think it's worth doing, although this could be improved to the farm. Arguably, I'd like to put the granary... Well, if I really want to max out how many farms I was getting in, so I could put the granary on a tile that can't be farmed, for example, here. And in a village, that might be a little bit more worthwhile, because my my towns, I do tend to hyper-focus on food. But this is a city, it's our capital, it's going to stay as a city, and I actually tend to lean towards production after the first step. So I think it's a no-brainer to go and build the granary over here, giving us a pretty tremendous food boost when it completes. I think that's going to be nice. So the second scout, I guess I should probably go to the highest concentration. Let's run there immediately. And we get some expansion. Well, we know our farms are about to get stronger, which is good. We don't really need the silver, although it's not a bad resource to unlock. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. We can reach the Cowlin over here if we expand in that direction. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, farm. And what do we have here? Bonus gold or 15 production. Now, again, I think about 4 gold equals 1 production for buying. So in theory, this is worth more than the 15. I think I'll do that. I mean, I guess the difference is the production would help finish what we're currently building versus what I'm going to buy later. But still, that's okay. Okay, we got another goodie hut there. Let's head that way. Okay, there was more than I thought. Oh, we already met. Oh! Hey, buddy. Okay, I do want the influence for city-states. On the other hand, no, you know what? I'm really going to focus on saving my influence for city-states. Like I was going to say, on the other hand, making friends is really good. And they're going to offer some deals. This going to boost our relationship with an independent city? Yeah, we can spend 1 turn of happiness for that. Haithness. I don't think we've seen it. I don't think that's how it's pronounced either. Oh, over here. Okay, so I need 170 to start the befriend process, but presumably they'll save a few turns. It wasn't enough to turn them neutral, which is too bad. Okay, I think this guy's going to go here and then probably that way. So I'll get this guy to go here and then cut south to that one. Gold and happiness or culture injection. Take the culture injection. Finishes chiefdom. Okay, let's take a look at our Mississippian civics now. Earthwork, this is what unlocks the pot cop, which might be very worth doing as early as possible. Also, passive 10% production towards building buildings. That's actually amazing. We won't need the settlement limit boost instantly, but it's nice to have. Burning arrows can pillage within 2 tiles. Meh. Combat strength when defending. Resource in the capital. Gift economy. Okay. There's some great stuff here, especially with earthworks, but I think what I want to do is I do want to grab mysticism so we can get our maximum option when it comes to pantheons. You know I love me the oligarchy for the food boost, so I'm going to do that. And they're both good. We got the production boost, and I really do want to try to snag the pantheon. I mean, here's the thing. A lot of them are already going to be gone because, of course, we're playing against a deity AI. And deity will start with a bunch of stuff, including, you can see, quite a ridiculous starting production on their science and culture.
Caged bird watches butterflies.
We do have a pasture. It's a +1 food will kick in immediately, which is nice. And yeah, the burning arrow as an option is really good. Okay, let's go pottery now, so we can go into getting our writing. I think we do need some units, although it would be nice to sneak in the saw pit, wouldn't it? Let's be greedy. Let's do that. We're going to complete a quarter here. This adds the extra 1 science and 1 culture because a completed quarter adjacent to a palace gives you that. It's not listed in the Civilopedia, but it is true, which is why that building is looking so good right now. Spend a turn of happiness to get an extra population. Ooh, or influence. These are both quite good. Increase our population is an amazing little snowball effect, but I think we're going to go and take the influence because I really think that's our vibe this game. Hopefully no one burns down Caithness as we're trying to convert it. That's the one problem with these hostiles. Okay. I mean, the silk is pretty good, but 10% more culture. Remember, that's 10% more culture from the production in our city, which is pretty pathetic right now. So hooking up the silks early doesn't really do much for us. I think I'm going to go here again with the idea of grabbing the Cowlin, which is a food production boost. We could be starting on a settler now, but I think the saw pit is still good. And then, yeah, if need be, we could buy military units. I'm going to hold off for now and keep the flexibility as long as possible. Is that? No, there's that one. I wonder if yeah, let's take a turn. Let's use our ability over here. Like, we've already got a target. Ooh, there we go. Another city-state, maybe. And what is this? For much debate, local chiefs refuse to join the Confederacy. But I'm getting more influence. Okay. I only need 1 more turn then. Here we go. Let's get this started. Befriend. Oh yeah, we started with 10 points in there. Okay, so it means it's going to save 5 turns worth overall. And that's not too shabby. I did find a goodie hut way over there. Yeah, make your way over. Ooh, science food. Like one-time science injection is still good, but the food is interesting because, again, the faster you grow your pops, everything else starts to snowball a little bit more. This is a tough decision. How many turns worth of food is that? That's just 2 turns of food. Okay, I'm going to go for the science. Here, use your ability. We spotted a new continent. That's nice. We spotted something over here. I don't know that we can reach that because I don't think we can embark into deep ocean. The scouts don't follow the same... No, you see, it's trying to path through fog of war in case there's land there. But I suspect there isn't. There is that, so I guess we'll send you there. Yamata is quite close to us. Actually, I wonder if I should have tried befriending them first, because they're so close to my capital. But I don't know. We had the progression already with Caithness. That seems okay. Katniss? I don't know.
All are made of clay.
More food on plantations, which we do have the one again. And we can go and plop down a quarry and get our material for our ceramics, right? I think is what it is. And that'll have been slotted in as well. Great. So, okay, choose tech. Yeah, I'm going to go for writing over here. Although, the other thing actually to accelerate could be irrigation, which does need both pottery and animal handling. And then gets down to garden. We don't have coast or navigable terrain, actually, but it does unlock the hanging gardens, which I would love to build quite quickly. But I don't know that we'll have an opportunity to do that anyway. We got to get our settlers down, which means maybe delaying the library as well. Do we do something crazy? What if I researched masonry to get the +1 production in mines and quarries, which we do have at least a quarry? Just grab this for the passive bonus and then do the others? I don't know, 16 turns is pretty far away. Just hanging gardens is incredibly strong. I really do want to get it pretty early. I think these are all valid paths for different reasons. I guess I could go writing to pick up the Now, you know what? I want to go irrigation. I want to try to get the hanging gardens as early as we can. We still don't have a military unit, although I do have money to potentially purchase. I'm going to start working on the settler. +10 production. That's a one-time production boost in our capital. And we get celebration progress, or we can take the money. I'm going to take option 1. That's not a lot of production, but I do want to start moving towards celebrations. could use my power here to expand our vision of the coast, like our search power, but I don't think we will. Okay, we're going to go for settler number 2. I will go and purchase a burning arrow at this point. I guess I could have purchased it last turn because I can't move it this turn. Okay, so you got that goody hut there. We got nothing we know about. I guess head just generally in this direction. Okay, I actually quite like that spot. There's decent resources. The iron is amazing for combat strength early on, and being on the coast enables a variety of connections. This will also connect the camels, which is very powerful. I mean, the AI recommendations that are not always wrong. Part of me is wondering, like, going, like, west or south just to claim territory versus maybe what the AI will take, like a little bit of forward settling. This isn't terrible. 1, 2, 3. So we get both irons. We also get the gold, which is not too shabby. And 1, 2, 3. If this is a village, I don't know how food rich this area is actually. Well, no, these are all no. They've got food here. By the way, I forgot to mention, I am running a slight UI mod, Sucrocat's Simple UI Modifications, which improves the tooltips you can see here, tweaks the tiles on the ground a little bit, and also I can open diplomacy by clicking on a city banner, like that, which is kind of nice. So yeah, some of these tooltips are looking a little bit different. That's why. I want to select it. Thank you, the settler. But it doesn't get that. I mean, I could settle over here. Now, this would be an amazing farming village. It doesn't get the wine, but it gets lots of other resources, tons of fishing boats. It's a really good village early on. It's safe because it's kind of away from all the other threats. Do I actually like this one? I kind of do. The biggest issue is we are not going to be able to progress our urban districts through here. Although, if I put a fishing K here, then I think I can expand out that way. So it actually does have expansion potential. And it should grow pretty quickly. And it's got a little bit of science from these tiles if we develop into it. Okay, I think that might be what I do for my first settlement. Just because actually it should be a pretty safe place to send my unescorted settler. And settlers can't be captured in this game. And even attacked, it takes more than one attack to kill them. That's not too shabby. We're going to send you west.
To the western summit.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Where is Mount Kilimanjaro? Ooh, getting there is not easy, is it? Hang on, scout. I'm going to cancel your movement. Do I want to settle over here instead? Maybe I'll do that with a second settler. I don't really have good vision over the area. I wouldn't know where to send this one. But maybe. Brilliant citizens. Yeah. No kidding. Don't really have much we can do about that. Okay, I'm going to move you here. Activate your power, which admittedly, I was going to say, with the line of sight here, we're not going to see much. Celebration. Please give me food. Thank you. And we'll slot in tool making. Lovely. 150 gold, 1 warrior. 150 gold can buy a warrior, and I think still have a few bucks left over. So we'll do that for flexibility. Oh, Rome. All right. Build a goody hut over there. Okay, done. We could squeeze out another settler. We actually are going to get a settlement limit increase pretty quick. I think I will. I'm going to go for lots of greed here. I still want to go and take this place for the iron and camels. Move you here. I'll move you that way. It doesn't really open up any more vision. I still want to get that goody hut, but let's do this to spot more tiles. Couple iron. We could put a city right here. Or settlement right here. It could still do fishing. It's got some ground for various things, and we can get 2 iron of it, which does stack. This might be an impassable cliff here, which actually makes this city location very well defended. This I don't mind either, because it is actually still a double iron spot. And the gold. And this wine, and it's quite close to home. You know what? I might still settle here. A bit away from Rome. We've got another settler. I think we're still going to go there. Yeah, let me do this. Oh, and Ashoka. Nice to meet you. I'm going to do a neutral greeting because I almost have enough for my next city-state manipulation. So we're going to do that.
There is another world, but it isn't.
Defeat 3 units, get a warrior. Become a suzerain, get influence? Yeah! Let's absolutely do that. I didn't even look at the last option, but that's okay. How quickly are you growing? Still fine. Trying to decide between this 3 production tile here and just getting more food from our farms. Well, actually, this tile is not bad. It does get the +1 from the granary. Yeah, okay, actually, this tile is going to be the way to go with all the secondary resources. And it'll auto-slot that in for a tiny bit of extra culture. Okay, if we're going to fight soon, yeah, I think we're going to discipline, and then I'm going to go down here. I think that's often going to be the way to go. So we get our pantheon. Culture and quarters, gold. Lots of food is always nice, of course. Question is, how many quarters are we going to get, and how much does that come in? We've already got a quarter. I mean, we still have to build the altar. Reigning settlers, da-da-da-da-da. I still think God of the Sun is a perfectly fine pick. Think about it, right? Right now, God of Wisdom, we get +1 science out of that right now. We get a little bit more science as we go and get a few more quarters complete. But here, we get +1 science as well, and culture, and all kinds of other things. I really do like fertility rates, but so does the AI, apparently, so we rarely get an opportunity. We could get a decent amount of food from this, of course. No, I don't know, just taking God of the Sun. Maybe it turns out it's, like, mathematically the worst, but we already did kind of a vision around this area. I don't think using my powers are going to reveal much right now. We'll push a little bit more this way, and then we'll give it a go. Bit of redundant scouting here, but that's fine. Okay, 175. Let's befriend you. That's going to take a while. Boom. Hello, Choctaw. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do with Choctaw is I will invest... Oh, right, I don't have the fishing boats right now, so I actually can't purchase that. Okay, you know what? It's fine. We're just going to go and pick this up, which is a city resource, so we'll slot that in there. I could move the wool down to Choctaw, but it doesn't really benefit from the production, right? That's just converting it to gold, so it's definitely not worth quite as much. I move here. I still want to go there, but let's go and use my side ability now. Okay, we're meeting lots of independents. There's another one there, too. That's great. How close are you to becoming neutral? Oh. Oh, you already are! This icon is red, though. I think it was maybe throwing me off. Dude, I mean, I gotta agree, these are great deals, but again, I'm saving all my influence. Alright, move over here, do this.
The river there is like our
The
fate.
Grand Canyon, we know, is an amazing natural wonder. Okay. I think... Ooh, do we do an aggressive settle out west? That's pretty far from home and might be hard to defend. Alright, time. Let's beeline that Cairn. Let's go and purchase another burning arrow. I got enough money next turn, I'll buy another one too. Okay, no goody huts here. I would like maybe a clear indicator. Like, there's little blue sparkles, but I'm not very good at spotting it all the time. What a surprise. I guess I'll still do this, but then I think I'm going to bring you back home. Discipline is 10 turns away still. I think I still like this spot. Hello, Alabama. And yeah, we don't have enough money for buildings right now. That's fine. Best tile for us to get a little bit of growth is going to be this. This town's got some growth right now. I think I'm just going to get a little bit more food. Alright, yeah, I'm going to bring you back. I could be plunking away at this guy, but I don't see that there's much point in doing that. Of course, we're not going to get any experience points or anything. Okay, you are progressing. It's good to see. I think we'll move maybe in the direction of Rome and keep an eye on them. Alright, culture and production, or science. I'm going to go culture production, even though it's less of it. I really am quite interested in getting the discipline a little sooner and getting that settler out sooner as well. Again, we will be over our city limit. That's fine. Okay, you've completed that. We should really get this altar down because that is going to be a good amount of output. I think every one of these tiles is completely identical for our purposes. So I'll just stick you in the middle here for now. Unless I wanted to develop a chain leading somewhere. I don't think there's much purpose in that. So yeah, you're in the city center. So yeah, you don't care about adjacencies in any way. There's Carthage. Hopefully Rome will stay busy over there. Goody Hut there. We may have to give Carthage a wide berth. Oh, Rome's already in there. Is Rome seriously going to go and delete Carthage for the memes? Do I want to aggressively... Yeah, we may just have to accept that we'll have to conquer whoever settles there instead. I think I still like this spot. The camel, more iron. You know what? That's pretty good. I guess I can do this, because we do know about a Goody Hut, and we'll go through that neutral village. Hopefully it's not hostile. I don't know if we can tell... It's got borders, this got no borders. I don't know. Like, I don't know if there's a different color to the border itself. Obviously, we've got this one and that one for neutral. Are you not deleting Carthage? No, in fact, you gave up the tile. Rome had a unit in it, didn't it? Wow. But I'm not going to spend any influence on this. I guess the other thing I could do is I could surround something like Yamatai to make sure that no one else gets to it. I've done that in some of my games before. Yeah, we'll go here because it's decent food and we can grab those two tiles as well. Alright. Get the iron. See, these are great deals, and I love that you're so friendly. I'm just going to accept, though, because, again, I've got more city-state stuff to do. Hello, Jose. Nice to meet you. We've been buddies in previous games. I wonder if we will be this time around. We're clearly not very close physically, because we just met. I mean, maybe not. Sometimes you explore in weird directions. No one's been cranky to me yet. That's nice.
The essence of all beings is the earth.
Oh yeah, we get the +1 settlement limit over here, too.
The earth
Good.
water.
Narrative choice. Thank you for the free warrior. That is highly appreciated. Okay, I want to get writing. Although apparently we do need to get fishing soon now, but... Yeah, I'm just going to go and set these guys to be on alert mode. Yes to here still. +1 expansion S attribute. Don't mind if I do. We're going to take 10% growth rate in cities. Only cities, not all settlements, but still. And yeah, we want to expand towards the cotton. In early days. Grow city. Purchasing units. Actually, we might be purchasing more units here. I don't know, it's kind of a weak base tile, is my only thing. I think I'm going to grab the production tiles. Low happiness is, oh, over here. -1. Well, maybe we can purchase a building for you soon. Thank you for the free warrior. Get you over here. I don't know if we're going to go to war with Rome intentionally. We're certainly ready for it. This is an interesting decision. I mean, social policies are kind of awesome. We don't have anything that stacks. Like, we don't have any... We're not playing a civilization or leader where you get extra strength for social policies or anything like that. They're still good. But I think I'm going to take that route. The money and food. So Hokia can grow a little bit faster. And that we have, yeah, more cash just emergency spend. All right, so there's someone over there. You know what? Go directly west. I want to use my powers, but I didn't want to be scooched next to these mountains.
No use.
Don't think I'm changing any policies right now. Well, the +1 scout stuff is kind of cool. Yeah, probably the fish for crazy amounts of food. Which it allocated to itself, which I think is fine, actually. Choose a civic. Okay. We could do the code of laws for the merchant, but no, we're going to start going down our civilization civics. So garden is good. We don't have a great garden location. I think I'm just going to build the hanging gardens immediately. I don't think positioning matters too much. I think I might go here just to displace this farm and move it to a production tile instead, especially if we're wonder building right now. So I'm going to do that. Let's move here and then use our powers. One thing I like about the goody huts in the Fog of War, they're a lot easier to spot. I wonder if I can get to that one. Part of me has a certain amount of doubt. Now, here's the one thing. By being so peaceful with the city-states, I'm not getting a good opportunity to load experience on my army commander. Hello, settler. Looking at just good quality stuff. Unless I want to go this way to get to the gold for the cheap unit upgrades later. I don't know. It's probably worth grabbing the better option. Competing wonder. Dang it. I really want the hanging garden. The problem again is the AI does start with so many extra boosts on deity that it might be hopeless for us to get it. Can't purchase any, like I could purchase the brickyard, which might give us a little bit of production. I'm not convinced that's going to make the end, that's going to make the difference. We just started it. Might still be worth buying. I don't know. Clay pits, mines, quarries. Well, we are going to build a mine here. And we've got the quarry here. There's not going to be much else, though. This could be mined. And we could put down some mines over here. We might get some value out of the brickyard. Yeah, let's start a new district adjacent to the... I think it's shaved one turn off of that. Adjacent to the palace. We met someone else. Well, we're meeting people pretty quickly. Hey, Ibn! Nice to meet you, buddy. Almost played as you today. Close this. We're still saving our influence. Pick up that cotton for the food boost. It is food and production, actually. You know what? Even though no one else can use this, I'm going to do this just to get a little bit extra production in the capital. I don't know if that's managing to shave a turn off or not, but I'm going to try. I won't use my power quite yet. We'll move a little bit further and then I'll use it. And this scout, yeah, I'll head down there and we'll get ready to do something similar. 125 influence. I guess now's a good time to put in a cut. It's hard to evaluate how we're feeling about our position here. I mean, certainly the AI, again, with their boost, yeah, you can see some people are getting crazy amounts of science and culture. I mean, maybe I could have gotten the library down sooner. Maybe pursuing this hanging gardens is going to kick us in the teeth because we won't get it. And therefore, we'll just have spent tons of time and energy developing it. And that would be pretty miserable. But we'll see. All right, well, folks, we'll put the cut in here. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to see you next time. If you are new to the channel, of course, make sure to subscribe. You can even hit the bell if you're feeling really cheeky. A like and a comment really makes a difference to the YouTube algorithm. All right, see you next episode. Bye-bye.